today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Fields now to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. Pretty good, as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Fields throw here into the hands of Jones. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Blankenship's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Cooks will come in motion right. They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Meanwhile, Fields throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
On second and goal, here's the option. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Justin Fields scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bears are once again back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Fields on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Mason. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Texans at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cooks will come in motion right. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Second and 4. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Cam Akers with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on second and long. Fields. He's got Mason complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Man open left side. It's Williams. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Fields. Out route. He finds his man. It's Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Fields. Gets past one man. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
On 1st down, Fields. He finds his man complete. It's Mason. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Fields. A slant to Jones. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we sit, and we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 54 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. That time a 6-play drive, and the result a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. He completes it to Jones. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Fields. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set. Yeah. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields.
They'll get this one to Pittman. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
He finds his man, complete. It's Mason. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Off play action, Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Out to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Cooks will come in motion right. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll look to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. The 30, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Fields on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be taken in by Felton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the air again, Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Fields got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 30. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw again. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
To try again after the sack, Fields. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. Fields. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 84 yards.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Texans, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?